Dr. Singh, you want to respond to that? It seems like the impression that's going around is the UPA is more concerned about the health of its oil marketing companies than the health of the Aam Aadmi. I want you to respond to those two specific points raised by Paranjoy. One, what was the overriding need to raise the prices now that for the last 12 months oil has been hovering around $70 a barrel? There's no overt increase there. And two, when a bulk of this is going back as taxes to the government of India, why can't the government reduce that and thereby ease the burden on the Aam Aadmi?
I'm not going to repeat what I've said earlier. I'm going to only add very specifically to the 2 points you've raised. One, what has been now increased is certainly not professed to be in the context of a surge in international prices. It is the result of accumulation of delayed increase by months and months and months. There were increases in international prices earlier which we absorbed 100%. There was no increase done here, although it was warranted. It was deferred, it was postponed. After all, some time has to come when part of the increase has to be done. So everybody knows this is the delayed effect of what could have been done earlier. Number two, as far as the issue about the government taxes is concerned, is absolutely right. There are only two things. One, there is the amount of government tax on these petroleum products which you can do away with. You do away with it, what happens? Your deficit increases by that amount. Where does the deficit come from? From the same indirect tax on the same Aam Aadmi. So you get a deficit of the national deficit increasing from 5 to 10, 10 to 15%, it's all right. But to just keep people pleased, don't take a hard decision, don't take a bold decision, don't bite the bullet, and don't increase it by a moderate amount.
I'm glad that they're talking about biting the bullet, but what have they done in the last 1 year in looking at the inflation which is just going unbridled? Common man, we were accused of talking about development without a human face,
Correct.
Without being inclusive. What has happened today that we do not want to address issues related to essential prices and inflation which is going unbridled?
Okay.
Can the government tell us what specific steps they've taken to control food prices?
Okay, Dr. Singh, if you're still there, all right, we'll go across to him in just a moment. But I want to bring up the second face-off question that we're having on center stage tonight. As CII, the Confederation of Indian Industry, has come out and said 3,000 crore rupees were wasted today for the Bharat Bandh. Is that too high a price to pay? While we said at the beginning of the show that the Aam Aadmi seemingly supported the Bharat Bandh, he may not have necessarily supported the manner in which normal life was paralyzed. Atul Anjan, is that a fair thing to do to the Aam Aadmi? Why drag the Aam Aadmi into this? It's a political protest. Let it go on. Why affect daily life? Why paralyze normal life?
In a democratic system, what are the other means of protest? You had a protest inside the parliament. You had a protest outside the parliament. And we thought it proper because the government has failed to understand the real situation, though they made many commitments that wait for 2 months, there will be very good paddy production, wait for 2 months another, there will be very good vegetable production. Then they said, wait, there will be a bumper wheat crop and the prices will be controlled. And now the Prime Minister is saying, wait till 2010 December, prices will be controlled.
No, but
during this
is it then fair to inconvenience the public to make your point?
Not at all.
I'm telling you, where is the inconvenience?
Let me give you examples.
I am saying, I am just answering it. It is inconvenience for CII people. I welcome it. I think we are fighting for the common people.
No, it's not the CII. It's not the CII. Let me give you examples. Let me give you examples. And I want you, Nirmala, also to respond to this. In the Jandewala metro station here, just outside our office, the BJP workers barged in, the metro services were disrupted for 15 minutes. In Rajiv Chowk, which is less than 2 kilometers away from here, metro services were disrupted. In Mumbai, at the Borivali station, and this has been done by Shiv Sena workers, these are your allies in Maharashtra, they pulled people out of the Mumbai local and slapped them. Do you condone this?
We certainly do not support any violent activity which has been indulged by anybody for that.
What about inconveniencing the public?
Inconvenience. Yes, certainly inconvenience. But I would want to ask you to do the Aam Aadmi a favor by asking them and asking the political structure, political parties also, as to what else is left for us to say. We've gone from the panchayat level till the parliament, raised all kinds of questions for them to answer. Today, Mrs. Sonia Gandhi is running a parallel cabinet in the name of National Advisory Council and looking at support system for the poorest of the poor. But in spite of the increases in the price in the last whole year, we've not had a word coming from her or from Manmohan Singh as to what are the... Wait a minute.
But it's okay to... But it's okay to...
Let me finish.
Jam traffic, it's okay to break metro... Is that convenient?
Hundreds and thousands and lakhs of people are standing in queue for the public distribution system.
No, please let me finish this.
It's okay then to disrupt metro services, disrupt local train services.
You are disturbing the life of the people.
No, let
For
me
that you
finish
don't
this.
have any grudge.